ground top. So, you know, if you're in some situation and you're on top, do you really have to worry about the knife? Well, that is probably where the knife's coming out, because you took somebody down and you got on top and you're showing some skill, and they go, I need to kill this guy. I need something else, so they go for their knife. So you especially the guys out there that are grappling, you especially have to be aware of it when you're on top. Okay? We're always looking for the draw, and we're always looking for the knife, but don't be surprised at all if you get on top of someone and they start reaching in their pockets. So you have to look for that. So let's look at this first. Scott's here. I'm going to go mount position first. So here I am, mount position, right? And whatever happens, he's able to draw. Maybe it's in his boot or whatever, because mount will stop them from drawing from the waistband. Maybe they can get in a pocket, maybe he has cargo, something like this that's down here. He gets out. The concept is to pin his arm to the ground. Pin his arm to the ground. Okay? The more I'm doing things like this and trying to control, if there's so much movement, you want to take your hand and pin it to the ground. Do I have possibilities, things like this? It's possible. But I would say not the time to do it. This is the time to put everything on pinning that arm to the ground. So instead of grappling and pinning him with my weight here, I'm going to pin his arm to the ground. I'm actually going to come off. And a lot of times what we do is we end up here. I'm not going to put all my weight on him, but I put my shin or side of my leg here, and I come here, and then I start working the disarm, because I do not want him to move that arm. Also from here, why am I putting my body this way? Because I know, what's he going to try to do? He's going to try to grab the knife right there. So you have to be in here. You have to keep that from happening right there as you work for that disarm. So the concept being pin the arm to the ground, then work the disarm. If we go again, say if I'm side control here, right, and I feel him come out, same idea. I come back up in here, I'm going to come over and get both my hands on that. These are not the only positions. Can you armbar a guy and take the knife? Absolutely, you certainly can. If that comes up in the flow, you're trying to just do a basic arm pin and it comes up, boom, yeah, there are a lot of opportunities there. The worst thing though is when he has control of you with his legs in the guard, sometimes half guard too. If he puts me in the guard here and then he pulls that knife arm, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the pin the arm. Pin the arm. Kind of hard. See what's happening there? Do not get in an empty hand against a knife thing against a Battlefield Collie instructor who's also a black belt in BJJ. So you're going to have some hard times. So what are we going to do here? When I'm trying to pin, even if I get to this position here from his guard, I can only go so far, and guess what? He's going to be able to reach over and switch hands because I can't block it. So here, if you're a grappler, is something that you would never do again, just like when we're doing our standing baseball bat grip, we turn our back on the person. Same thing here, and this is because of sparring it a lot and finally getting to the point where you just abandon your regular thought process and you get a new thought process because the environment is different. Going here, you pin it and you just turn and you give your back. He now has my back. That is correct. But for him to switch hands is difficult because of where I am. And I'm reaching back here and trying to keep him from it, and then I work for that disarm there. Now, can he choke me? It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be hard. I'm working here, you know, I think, and if he gets in there, now I am in a good position to stop all that choking and stuff. Now, this is part A. Part B is if you can, while you're struggling here, and if you can't get it out, is you step over a hook. If you can, he's got his hooks in, right? You step over and you actually get up to your knees and he'll probably follow you up. But now we're back to that same position as before, and we work the disarm there. So it's a different game when you're on the ground once you introduce a knife. So if you grapple, I highly suggest you check that out. That's a little BJJ for the street stuff that we just tested and things come out and like, oh, that works, and it works and works and works. So there's a couple things for you on the ground. And there's always a problem, right? You might get someone like Scott here, and you go, boom, and you get to his back, and oh, there you go. Always something.